Guys, check your audio and video settings. Welcome to the world of Hibernate. Yes, Hibernate. Prerequisites. To attend Hibernate prerequisites, Core Java, Core Java plus basics of JDBC. Depth of JDBC is not required. Plus basics of SQL. Only basics. And lots of common sense. So these are the prerequisites, boss. Okay. These are the prerequisites. Only Spring learning. Great. Only Spring learning is great. Great. But learning Spring with Hibernate. Spring with Hibernate is super great. Super great. Are you getting my point there or not? Yes. Spring great. Spring with Hibernate is super great. Everyone getting my point? Yes. Fine. Fine. To learn and use Spring ORM, Spring Data JPA, modules, we need Hibernate knowledge. So that means you cannot just get away with Spring, boss. Are you getting my point? You need, okay, Hibernate knowledge a lot. You need Hibernate knowledge a lot. Is that clear? Fine. Okay, boss. Next one. So lots of people thinks that I will learn only high Spring. So there's no need of learning Hibernate. Let me clear one thing. That's a great. But if you want to learn Spring with Hibernate, it is going to be super combination. Anyhow, you are spending time on Spring. Before you complete Spring course only, Hibernate will be completed. Anyhow, after completion of Spring only, you have to go for job trials. Parallelly spend some time for what? Hibernate. So that you will be ready with both Spring and Hibernate. And you talk to friends who are doing job trials in Bangalore, Hyderabad, or you recently got jobs. Along with the Spring, they are even testing your Hibernate knowledge. I'll take one small use case. I'll take a small scenario to tell the importance of Hibernate. In your resume, everything is there except Hibernate. By seeing remaining everything, they have shortlisted you. They have arranged you. They ask you 20 questions on Spring, 20 questions on web services, 20 questions on core Java, 15 to 20 questions on advanced Java. You answered very, very well. They asked 3 questions on Hibernate. You said, I don't know. But the company is having requirement even with Hibernate. So you may lose the job opportunity or not. You may lose the job opportunity. Though you did very, very well in other technologies, there is a possibility of losing job opportunity or not there. So that's why anyhow you are spending time and money for Spring. It is a big course. Before completion of Spring only, Hibernate will be completed. Moreover, to learn 2 modules of Spring, one is ORM module, other one is what? Spring Data JPA module. Definitely we should have a Hibernate knowledge. Definitely we should have what? Hibernate knowledge. Are you getting my point there? So that's why don't hesitate to spend the time and little money, if required, little money to complete Hibernate, so that your learning process becomes complete. So that your learning process becomes what? Complete. Are you getting my point? Yes. If I learn only core Java and Hibernate, okay, and Spring, is it okay? But you cannot understand certain concepts of Spring, especially Spring MVC, without Servlet JSP knowledge, without JDBC knowledge. Okay, without Servlet JSP knowledge and this one. So that's why you must have, okay, advanced Java knowledge also. Parallelly you plan. I am not asking to waste your time on that. Parallelly you plan it, especially to learn Spring MVC module, Spring security module, Servlet JSP knowledge is also required. Fine, boss. Okay. Yes, here we are going to learn. Here we are going to learn. Here we are going to learn both Hibernate and JPA. Hibernate and JPA. Fine. Yes, the people who don't know JDBC, don't be panic. Parallelly, I'm going to start JDBC classes also. You can take JDBC and Hibernate parallelly. July first week, mostly in 4 p.m. slot. Okay, almost destiny is finalized. So there is a possibility of getting what? A new advanced Java batch that starts with what? JDBC. You can take JDBC Hibernate parallelly, nothing to worry about it. Fine. Okay. We are going to learn Hibernate 5.x version. Okay. So we are going to learn Hibernate 4.x and Hibernate 5.x. 4.x and 5.x and an intro to 6.x. Intro to 6.x. Right. I think it has reached 500 limiter. Again, it has reached 500 limiter. 1 minute. Let me talk to my people. Let me talk to my people. Give me 2 minutes time. Give me 2 minutes time. Yes, they will start YouTube live streaming. Don't worry. Yes, boss. Listen. So many people in Amirpet, so many people who are trying for jobs, they will take Hibernate Lite and they are losing jobs in the interview. I'm not saying they are losing jobs. They are losing every job. Out of 10 jobs, they are getting a losing opportunity to get job in 3 to 4 interviews. Okay, 3 to 4 interviews. That's why don't neglect the Hibernate. And learning Hibernate is so interesting and so easy. చిట్టుబాబు యూట్యూబ్ లైవ్ స్ట్రీమింగ్ ఇవ్వా కెపాసిటీ అయిపోయిందంట కొద్దిగా యాక్టివ్గా ఉండండి బాబు మో రోజన్నా యాక్టివ్ లేకపోతే ఎట్లా ఫైన్ విత్ ఇన్ ఫ్యూ మినిట్స్ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు స్టార్ట్ యూట్యూబ్ లైవ్ స్ట్రీమింగ్ Hibernate 4.x, 5.x, intro to 6.x. These are the things we are going to learn. Okay, boss. Shall we get into the discussions? Yeah, let me announce. This batch will completely continue as online course. Though lockdown completed, though we started offline classes, this batch will continue both as offline and online class. Okay, but I have a clear cut information. Till December, government is not going to allow any kind of offline classes. They are not going to give any permission for colleges and universities. They will ask you to conduct, they are asking to run the organization through online mode only. So I don't think those many days are not required to complete this batch. So that's why, okay, that's why definitely it will be online. By mistake, lockdown completed also. Okay, it should be completed. I pray God it should be completed. Okay. So then also it will be continued as online batch. Nothing to worry. Fine. Duration. Duration. 75 to 85 sessions are required. 75 to 85 sessions are required. 6/7 days in a week. In a week. Yeah, sometimes 6 days it will start, sometime it will have 7 days. Okay, boss. 12 plus tools will be covered. 12 plus tools will be covered as a common topics. As a common topics like Log4j, Meven, Gradle, SVN, Git, and etc. Many things are there. Fine. Many things are there. Next, course fee is 2000 rupees. Okay, boss. Admin, admin person details. Mr. Srikanth, anyone can paste Srikanth's our number in the chat box. Phone is there. If you have any non-technical details, if you are looking for any non-technical information or other courses, okay, phone number. This is the phone number. Yeah, please talk to this person. Please talk to this person. So you have issues with your Java package. You need to do discussion about fee. You are looking for concession, or you want to take as a complete package. So please talk to this particular person. He is your admin. All administrative activities, please bring to his notice. Any technical issues, please bring to my notice. Okay. Please bring to my notice. Fine. Next, yes, notes will be shared. Everyday content will be shared in my Facebook group. Facebook group. That is Natraj Java Arena. Natraj Java Arena. This is our Facebook group here. Yes, if needed, I will give URL of that one also. If needed, I will give URL also. Don't worry. Copy this. Groups / Natraj Java Arena. Okay, boss. This is our group, boss. You send request, I will approve it. Then onwards, everyday content you can get it. So daily 1 hour 35 minutes to 1 hour 45 minutes session will happen. Maybe initial few days it will be bit less, but after that daily 1 hour 35 minutes to 1 hour 45 minutes session will happen. Okay, na? Right. Right. Okay. If you have any queries, you can send to my email ID. What is that? natrazjavaarena@gmail.com. Okay. Batch code. What is your batch code? So now onwards, you will be identified with this batch code here. NTHB 915. 915 your batch number, right? NTHB, Naresh Technologies Hibernate. Okay, Naresh Technology Hibernate. Please don't call immediately, Ra Babu. I have given number and you are calling immediately. Don't call during class hours. Okay, call after class hours. He will receive the call. Don't worry about it. Fine. Fine. Okay, I think that number is having WhatsApp. You can put your messages through WhatsApp also. Now listen, you can learn Spring, Hibernate, Advanced Java courses courses parallel. You can happily learn these courses parallelly. No problem at all. No problem at all. No problem at all. Yes. Shall we get into the actual discussions now? Okay. So let me save this document first. Class content, new folder. I will create a folder called Hibernate. Inside that Hibernate, I will create a document called Hibernate intro 1. Intro 1. Yes. Yes. Let's get into the discussion. What's an oh, I have not given one more folder. Okay, next time we'll modify that. Let's get into the discussions now. Fine, boss. Yeah, I believe in launching subject from 0%. From there, I want to take to 100%. I know everyone is excited to know when JDBC is there, why should I learn Hibernate? Yes, I'm preparing background to launch that discussion. Let me be very clear, JDBC not outdated. Why? Because Hibernate is internally using JDBC. So there are some situations still JDBC is great. There are some situations where still Hibernate is great. In some situation you should prefer JDBC. In some situation you should prefer what? Hibernate. Yes, there are some limitations of Hibernate that made us to work with what? Spring ORM. There are some limitations with the JDBC that makes us to work with what? Hibernate. All these things I will reveal later. But one thing you remember, all these are there to develop persistence logic. Today, we are going to learn various terminologies related to persistence. I want to introduce various terminologies related to persistence. I want to talk what is persistence. Shall we talk about what is persistence, boss? What is persistence? Okay. The process of storing and managing data for long time. The process of storing and data for long time is called persistence. Persistence. Okay, for this, we need to use secondary memory devices. Persistence never related to RAM memory. Primary memory device. RAM is a primary device, primary memory device. So persistence is always related to secondary memory devices like hard disk, CDs, okay, CD or DVDs, pen drives, thumb drives, whatever it is. So always persistence is always related to secondary memory devices. Are you getting my point there? Sir, already I am storing and managing data by using objects and variables. Sorry, boss. Java objects, variables, or any technology, any language objects are variables. They never allocate memory in the secondary memory devices. They allocate memory in the RAM. Okay, that memory will be there only during application execution. Once application execution is over, okay, they will be vanished. That means data will be vanished. So that's why storing data in variables, storing data objects will never comes under persistence. Then which comes under persistence are storing data in files, storing data in database softwares, okay? Storing data in database software because they allocate memory in secondary memory devices like hard disk. Like what? Hard disk. So that's why storing data is not persistence. Storing data for long time is called persistence. Storing data in variables, storing data in objects is not persistence. Why? Because they are temporary. They will be there only during application execution because they will use heap and stack memory of what? JVM memory. And this JVM memory is part of RAM memory. And RAM is a temporary memory because RAM memory will be used only during application execution. Once the application execution is over, the entire memory will be vanished. Entire memory will be vanished from the RAM. So you lost the data. No, I don't want to lose the data. Are you getting my point there? Then we have to think about writing variables data, writing objects data to what? Secondary memory devices like hard disk with the support of files and database software. With the support of files and database software. So this process is called persistence. Why are you stressing this much, sir? You learn Hibernate doing big things. You learn JDBC doing big things. But in the interview room, you fail to explain what is persistence. It is shame on us. Sometimes it happens, we enjoy certain process like anything, but when someone asks you to define simple meaning of it, we fail to give. We fail to give. So I don't want to see my student facing that problem, because I want to see fundamental should be very clear. That's the reason I'm dedicating this session only to understand various things related to persistence. I hope you are understanding. I want to start from 0%. Are you getting my point there? So let me write some points. The process of storing and managing data for a long time is called persistence. We use the support of secondary memory devices like HDD, CD outdated, DVD, thumb drives. In foreign countries, pen drives are called thumb drives, and etc. for persistence. Okay. Storing data in the application variables, objects does not come under persistence, because they allocate memory in the RAM. That too only during the application execution. Once the execution is over, okay, they will be vanished. That means, so data cannot be used across the multiple executions of same application. Okay, same application or different applications. Is that clear? Across the multiple executions of same application or different application. I'll take one use case. I have an application gathering 20 students, okay, 20 persons Aadhaar details, 20 people Aadhaar details. And by taking Aadhaar number, they want to process whether this fellow is eligible for Modi 15 lakh rupees money or not. Because Modi announced, now I will deposit 15 lakhs rupees in everyone's account, right? Whether that person is eligible for what? Modi 15 lakh rupees or not. So somehow they analyzed. Okay. Somehow they analyzed. So some people got rejected, some people got eligibility. Let us assume a small use case, Babu. Fine. Right. So it has generated some result, having some people saying eligibility is there, some people saying eligibility is not there. We displayed the result also. After 10 days, I want to get that information, because I want to reuse that information in some other application as an input. Tell me, yaar, If I don't involve any persistence, the data that is there in variable, the data that is there in object can be reused after 10 days. Huh? Come on, guys, can be reused. Can I reuse the same data after the execution of the application? No, na. So when I cannot use immediately after execution of the application, how can you use after 10 days? If you want to use after 10 days, definitely it should be saved in secondary memory devices or not there. Yes, that needs persistence. So whatever you are doing in core Java, you might be feeling you developed a great application, but whatever data you are giving as inputs, whatever data that is generated output is just displayed on the console. Once application execution is over, your inputs are vanished, outputs are vanished. So next time execution, again you have to give freshly inputs, you have to get fresh output. You cannot use already given inputs for next execution. You cannot use already generated output as input for next application execution, because you have not persisted anywhere. You have not saved anywhere. We are just managing everything with what? Variables and objects. Variables objects are temporary because they use memory of he can stack of JVM memory. JVM memory is part of RAM memory, and RAM memory is what? Volatile memory. That means temporary memory. Once execution of application is over, entire memory that is used for your application will be vanished. HDD means hard disk driver, a worst fellow. HDD means hard disk drive. Maybe non-technical, fine, no problem. Welcome to IT industry. Fine. Right, boss? Let's come to the discussion. Okay. In that process, important to overcome above problem. To overcome the above problem, take the support of persistence. That means write application data, nothing but both inputs and outputs. Okay, both inputs and outputs to secondary memory devices. Devices like HDD and etc. with the support of files and database software. Right, boss? Let me give important terminologies, because I use this terminology throughout the course. Let me be clear, boss. Spring is there to develop all kinds of application. Hibernate is not there to develop any application completely. Hibernate can develop only persistence logic. JDBC can develop only persistence logic. But it is a different persistence logic compared to what JDBC. So that's why don't expect Hibernate is going to do everything. No, Hibernate role is very limited role, that is just developing persistence logic. But it allows us to develop better persistence logic when compared to what? JDBC, no doubt in that. So in that, for that only, that's the reason I'm stressing more on persistence logic. Important terminologies. Number one, persistence store. Number two, persistent data. Next, persistence operations. Next, persistence logic. Next, persistence technology or framework or tool, anything you can say. Persistence technology or framework or tool. Okay, boss. So these are the important terminologies I want to talk. Okay, let's go for persistence store. It is the store or place where data will be saved and managed for long time. The data will be stored and managed for long time. That is called persistence store. Files, database software comes under persistence stores because these they allocate memory in hard disk memory. They use hard disk memory and they can manage data for for long time. The data can be used across the across the multiple execution of same application or different application. Come on, yeah, in the terminology itself meaning is there. In the terminology itself meaning is there. I hope you are feeling it. So it is the place or store. It is the place or store where data will be saved and managed for long time. Managed for long time. Examples: files, database software. I think when I say database software, you all aware of MySQL, PostgreSQL. Yes, some people may feel I already know these things. Yes, I know that. But I'm keeping your basics very strong. Basics very strong, nothing else. Next one, persistent data. Persistent data. Yeah, the data of persistence store. Are you understanding my point? The data of persistence store is called persistent data. The data of persistence store is called persistent data. Cool. Yes. What are those here? Example: file information, DB tables and their records. Are you getting my point? DB tables and their records comes under what here? Persistent data. Cool. Next, persistence operations. What operation? Persistence operations. Persistence operation. Performing insert, update, delete operations. What here? Performing insert, update, delete, select operation on the persistent data is called persistence operation. Insert, update, delete, and select also. They are called persistence operation. Fine. Insert, update, delete, and select operations performed on the persistent data. Persistent data. Yes, these are also called in shortcut. These are also called as CURD operation, crude operation, SCUD operation. Yeah, this shortcut is very, very important, boss. Indians say curd operation because in our food culture, curd is there. Foreigner says crude operation because in their food culture, curd is not there. So they think curd is a magical item. You don't know. In US, people sells curd as a healthy ice cream to the customers. Curd as the healthy ice cream to the customers. They will add mango flavor, other flavors to curd, and they will sell to customer as a healthy ice cream. Okay, healthy ice cream. They will call it as a frozen yogurt. Frozen yogurt. Technical name of curd is called yogurt. So they will name it as what? Frozen yogurt. One posh word, polished word, and they will sell to customers. Okay, okay, as a ice cream, healthy ice cream. So that much dumb people they are towards curd. Yes or no? Na? But Indians, every Indian knows what is curd and how to prepare curd also, right? Make milk sleeping whole night. By next day morning, it becomes tight. So automatically what happens? Curd will come. Are you getting my point there? Fine. Right? Curd operation. Let me explain what is crude or curd. C for create. So this is not important. Next few minutes discussion is very important. Some people may be aware of all these fundamentals, right? Focus, don't lose your focus. U for update, modification. Next, R for read, select operation. That means read. D for delete, remove operation. Nothing but C for inserting record, U for updating record, R for reading record, D for deleting the record. Clear, boss. Next. Other hand, we got SCUD operations. What operations? SCUD. S for select, U for update. Okay, C for create. Sorry. Yeah, nothing. I just changed the terminology. Actually, SCUD is my terminology, boss. Okay, U for update, D for delete. D for delete, deleting records. Yeah. Listen, whenever TL sends assignment to you through mail, he never clearly say perform insert update delete operation. He will say perform code operation. If you ask TL, sir, what is this code? I never heard. Then they will easily catch you. You are not a technical guy. They will easily catch you. You don't have any experience. In real time, code crude terminology is very popular, boss. No one clearly says you have to perform insert, update, delete, select operation. Understanding my point there? Fine. That's why you also try to involve this terminology a lot in your learning process. It's always required. Next, persistence logic. What logic here? Persistence logic. Yeah, what is this? The logic that is used to perform persistence operation is called persistence logic here. In case of core Java, IO streams logic. In case of advanced Java, JDBC code. In case of Hibernate, Hibernate code. In case of Spring, Spring JDBC code. In case of what? Spring ORM code. Come on. Acid properties are different. When I teach transaction management, I will talk about that. Don't excite, Mr. Saurav KR. Acid properties, I will talk later as part of transaction management. You will get it. It's too early to talk about acid properties. Please control. Persistence logic. The logic that is written. The logic that is developed. The logic that is written. Okay, to perform COD or CRUD or SCUD operations. COD operations. Okay. Right, boss. Right, boss. Now let's see. What is this? Example, IO stream. IO stream logic. Core Java level, we work with IO stream logic. File input stream, file output stream. Come on, mouse. File input stream, file output stream, data input stream, data output stream. Your serialization, deserialization, they come under what? IO streams based logics only. IO streams based logic only. Serialization, deserialization. Are you getting my point? Yes, that comes under. I think you know what is the serialization. The process of writing object data to a file is called serialization. Reading data from file, creating new object is called deserialization. Everyone convinced with me? Actually, in serialization, we convert object data to bits and bytes. Once they are converted into bits and bytes, sometimes we send over the network, sometimes we write them to file. In deserialization, we read data from file and we create a new object. That is called deserialization. Everyone getting my point there or not there? Recollect your core Java. If not study, nothing to worry. Nothing to worry. You'll study in future and I also explain. IO streams logic. It's not only serialization, deserialization, like serialization, deserialization. Without doing serialization, deserialization also, by using file input stream, file output stream, file reader, file writer, we can still write data to file, we can still read data from files. Agree with me or not there? JDBC code. This is one example. Hibernate code. Next. Hibernate code. Spring JDBC code. In Spring, we use Spring JDBC. Spring ORM code. Next, Spring data code. Yes, Spring data code and etc. In Java, these many options are there. Don't worry. One day I will give clarity when to use when. When to use when. Okay, these three are Spring related things, boss. Right now, latest hot cake in the market is, this is hot cake. This is hot cake. Are you understanding my point? Today's session is there in the YouTube. You will get from YouTube. Though you join late, nothing to worry. Spring data code. This is a hot cake. Why it is hot cake, in which situation, which is good, everything we are going to analyze. It is I'm just introducing what is what. Is that clear? Right. Next. Persistence technology or framework. Persistence technology or framework. Yes. The technology or framework using which we develop persistence logic. Yes, I'm going to teach Spring data also, not in Hibernate. In Spring, I'm going to teach Spring data. Spring data we are going to cover. Spring data, Spring Boot, Spring Security, all are that are required for industry with respect to Spring are part of our course. Can you concentrate on Hibernate, Mr. Manideep? Please focus on current topic. Fine. Persistence technology or framework. The technology or framework or tool using which we develop persistence logics. Using which we develop persistence logics is called persistence technology or framework. Listen, JDBC falls under technology. Yes, Hibernate. There's a bit controversy. Okay. There is a bit controversy. Some part of industry says it's a framework. Some part of industry says it's not a framework. It is what? Just a tool. Just a tool. Just a tool. So that's why I'm writing both. But I believe it is a framework. I believe it's a framework. Why? Because it is providing abstraction on JDBC and simplifying persistence logic. Simplifying persistence logic. That's why I'm writing both. So controversy is there. See, why they call it tool here? Tool simplifies your life. That's why they are calling tool. Framework simplifies your life. Tool simplifies your life. So that's the reason they are calling it as what? Tool. Any tool comes to your life, simplifies your life or not there. Screwdriver simplifies what? Opening doors, closing doors, opening bolts and nuts, right? So that's the reason they named it as what? Tool. But I feel it is having framework fundamentals, framework basics. Okay, I think everyone knows what is framework. In spring classes I have discussed that, right? Okay, first let me ask one question. How many of you are learning Hibernate as your first framework? Please write SR in the box. Only SR in the box. How many of you are learning Hibernate as your first framework? Not Spring. Hibernate as your first framework. That means you are not attending morning 7 o'clock batch. Please, those who are attending first, write first. Everyone freshly, those who are attending Hibernate as your first framework, without attending morning 7 o'clock spring, please write first word in the message. Please write first word in the chat box, only for one time. Some people are writing 3-4 times, not required. Okay, fine. I got my inputs here. So that means I have to keep these people also in mind while conducting the classes. I should not take things granted. You already know what is framework. Okay, boss. Let me spend 1 minute time. Java learning is all about 3 things, boss. Java learning is all about 3 things. Number 1, language. Okay, your core Java speaks about language learning. Language. Next, technologies. Advanced Java speaks about technologies learning. Number 3, frameworks. Okay, Spring, Hibernate, everything is a separate framework. Yeah, Spring is a separate course. Hibernate is a separate course. Okay, everything is a separate framework. So, as a non-technical person, let me explain what is what. Language is a raw material. Very basic features they will give. Everything we should develop from scratch level. Very basic facilities they will give. So I can say from language we will get 10% support. Remaining 90% we should sit and write the code. Are you getting my point there? Okay, next one. Technology, semi-finished products. What products here? Semi-finished product. Something they give. Yeah, the people are attending 7 o'clock spring. Okay, 1-2 days you have to bear me. 1-2 days you have to spare time for others. I will discuss new things, but some revision also happens because I have to keep everyone in mind. First time learners also have to keep in mind the people who are learning Hibernate as second framework. 1-2 days, not multiple days. 1-2 days, there will be some repetitive concepts. Okay, please spare it because I have to take everyone with me. I don't want to jump by keeping only certain people in mind. So please cooperate. Okay, after that, okay, everything will be new. And you only said it's awesome frameworks are. Spring is first awesome framework. Hibernate is second awesome framework. So technologies are like semi-finished products. So that means 40-50% technology will give and remaining 50% we have to develop. Remaining 50% only we have to develop. Okay, languages are like raw material, wheat granules, rice granules. To make them eatable, very lengthy process is there. Technologies are like what? Semi-finished product, like rice powder and wheat powder, atta. So very easy Very easy, because we need not put lot of efforts to meet them. So 50 powder is already there. So make roti and start eating it. Compared to working with granules, rice granules and wheat granules, preparing roti from what? Wheat powder is very easy. Preparing roti from wheat granules is lengthy process. Preparing roti from what? Wheat powder, that atta is very easy. Are you understanding my point there? That's the reason I call technologies as semi-finished products. Whatever you are going to learn, what you are learning in advanced Java, they come under what? Technologies. They fall under what? Technologies. Everyone got the point or not there? Super. Next, frameworks. Frameworks. Fully finished products. Almost everything is there. Only the thing is you have to give final touch. It's like Maggie noodles or Baba noodles. I think Baba is back with Corona medicine. Baba is back with what? Corona medicine, right? Maggie noodles or Baba noodles comes under Maggie noodles or Baba noodles comes under what? Fully finished products, nothing but frameworks. Almost everything is there, only final touch you have to give. 85 to 90% already there, you have to give final touch. Sir, frameworks are looking very interesting, sir, but you cannot say like that, because frameworks are developed on the top of technologies. Technologies are developed on the top of language. First, you have to learn language, then you have to learn technologies, then you have to learn framework. But at least you should learn language technologies parallelly. Once language is completed or about to complete, you can learn technology and what? Framework parallelly. That's what I said. You can do core Java, advanced Java parallelly. When core Java is about to complete, you may go for what? Advanced Java and framework parallelly. But don't say that, sir, technologies are fully finished products. Now I will directly learn frameworks. I repeat, sir, frameworks are fully finished. Now I will directly learn framework. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Are you understanding my point there? Super, boss. Next, Spring JDBC, Spring ORM, Spring Data. All this comes under what? Purely frameworks. Purely framework. I want to give one single line to understand this one in a better manner. I want to give, SAP is a ERP software, is nowhere related to persistence. Let me be very clear. So don't bring SAP. Don't even call it as SAP, please. Calling it as SAP also wrong. You should call it as SAP. Is a ERP software. It will have ready-made solution for projects. Ready-made solution. Okay, it's a tool. I can say it's a tool. It is not even framework. It's a tool. That's it. So don't bring that one all of a sudden here. Let's come back. Let's come back. I want to give single statement covering all the things. Persistence technology or framework or tool is given for developing persistence logic. Okay, for developing persistence logic to perform persistence operations on persistent data of persistence store. Look at it very carefully. All terminologies are covered in one line. Persistence technology or framework or tool is given to develop persistence logic for performing persistence operations on persistent data of persistence store. For example, JDBC is a persistence technology for developing persistence logic to perform persistence operation on persistent data of persistence store called database software or files. Hibernate is a persistence framework or tool doing the same. Doing the same. Are you understanding my point there? Now, people are now asking me where Spring Data will be used, where ORM will be used, where Spring JDBC will be used, where JDBC will be used. That is my separate use case, separate discussion. One day I will give crystal clear clarity about it. For the timing, you don't get into where to use what. But let me say one thing, nothing is outdated. Nothing is outdated. For everything, there is a area of utilization. There is a area of utilization. There are some projects still demanding JDBC. There are some projects still demanding IO streams. There are some projects demanding what? Spring data. There are some projects demanding plain Hibernate. Everywhere it's utilized. Nothing is outdated. Outdated means completely gone. Okay, for example, you cannot say JDBC outdated. Why? Hibernate is internally using what? JDBC. You cannot say Hibernate outdated because Spring ORM, Spring data is internally using Hibernate. Outdated means what? Completely gone. Okay, na? Completely gone. If something is internally used, sometimes directly used, how can you say outdated? You cannot say outdated. Come on. Fine. Is A be outdated? Because not directly, indirectly, it's not used everywhere, anywhere. Struts outdated. Directly, indirectly, it is not used in any project. But you cannot say JDBC outdated. Applets are outdated. Directly or indirectly, it is not used anywhere. But you cannot say JDBC outdated. And let me clear one thing. Language part of Java. Technology is part of Java. Most of the technologies in Java will never be outdated. They are like foundation of Java. They never be outdated. Frameworks may come and go. So language part of Java, technology part of Java will remain same. Versions may change, but will remain same. They never be outdated. That's why learn them with a lot of care because you have to remember them for lifetime. Because according to one recent survey, next, okay, next 20, 25 years, nothing happens to Java. Next 2, 3 decades, nothing happens to Java. So as long as Java is there, you should be strong in what? Language part and technology part. Come on. Technology part. Frameworks may change. Today, Spring is popular, Hibernate is popular. After 5 years, something else may come. After 10 years, something else may come. That's why I generally say Java language, Java technologies are like Indian film industry, Indian film industry. Okay. Indian film industry. Are you understanding my point there? Mr. Chinnababu, please raise this question at the end of this discussion. I will answer your question. Okay, na? Right. Indian film industry heroes. Java language, Java technologies are like Indian film industry heroes. They get 50 years, 60 years, 70 years. Still they are heroes. Are you understanding my point there? Frameworks are like heroines. Frameworks are like heroines. Every 5-10 years, things will change. Earlier, Aishwarya Rai, after that, Katrina Kaif. Now people are crazy about what? Ishana. What is that? What's her name here? Disha. Now Alia Bhatt. So people will change. Craze of heroines will change for every 5 to 10 years. Okay, frameworks are like what? Heroines. Language and technologies are like hero. Only for understanding purpose I am talking. Are you understanding my point there? Fine. But Spring is guaranteed here. Spring will be there another 5 to 10 years, no problem. Hibernate may disappear after 5 years. I can very sure that one or other alternate may come. But Spring will be there for next 5 to 10 years. That's a focus more on Spring and then give next priority to what? Then give next priority what? Okay, Hibernate kind of thing. So let it be. Let's come back. I want to give that single statement. Persistence, technology oblique, framework or tool is given for developing persistence logics to perform persistence operations on the persistent data of persistence stores. Right, boss? Concentrate, boss. There is one more terminology. Data storage technologies. Storage technologies or softwares versus data access technologies, oblique frameworks. Yeah, there is this terminology also, boss. Yeah, listen carefully. The softwares are technologies using which we store the data, we manage the data. They come under data storage technologies or softwares. All database software comes under data storage technologies or softwares. Oracle, MySQL, all these are data storage technologies. Okay, boss. The tools are framework or technologies using which we access data from data storage technologies, nothing but database software, and we also manipulate that data, come under data access technologies or frameworks or software. JDBC, Hibernate, Spring Data, Spring ORM, all these comes under what? Data access technologies or framework. I'm trying to introduce different terminologies, boss. Nothing else. Nothing else. The place where data will be stored and managed. The place where data will be stored and managed for long time. Okay. 1 minute, not the place. The software which can store and manage data is called data storage software. Example, database software, Oracle, MySQL, and etc. Next one, the softwares using which we can access and manipulate the data of data storage software. Data storage software is called data access technology or framework or software. Yeah, all these are our convenience takes terminologies here. JDBC, Hibernate, Spring JDBC, and etc. Fine, boss. I think you are getting clarity on this one or not there. Okay, now focus, gains, concentrate. Different ways of doing persistence operation from Java application, boss. If Java application wants to perform persistence operation on files, generally they are called flat files. What do you mean by flat files? The files that are not specific to any operating system, the files that are not specific to any technology, any software, which are common for all operating system, all hardwares and all softwares, are called flat files. Flat files. Text files are flat files. XML files are flat files. EXE files are not flat files. Dot class files are not flat files. Exe files are specific to operating system. Dot class files are specific to Java tech. Okay, but text files, XML files, okay, these are not specific to any operating system. These are not specific to any environment. Are you getting my point? We cannot say Word, XLS, PDF files also flat files. Why, sir? Word, MS Word will not run in all operating system. MS Excel will not operate in all operating system. Are you getting my point there? When you go to the market here for shopping, they will give flat 30% discount. What is the meaning of that? No conditions apply, ra babu. Come and take 30% discount directly. There will be one more word, up to 30% discount. Only 1-2 products will have a 30%. Remaining products will have 5%, 2%, 3% kind of thing. Come on. Flat 30% means without any question, without any condition, you come and take the 30% discount. You please come and take the 30% discount. That is the meaning of flat 30%. Everyone convinced with me or not there? Come on. Right. So flat files. What do you mean by flat files? The files that are neutral to that are neutral to all operating systems. Okay, all operating systems. Okay, next languages. Mm, languages. Okay, flat files. Java application uses, what is this? IO streams. Java application uses IO stream support to interact with the flat files. In that process, it takes the support of serialization and deserialization support. What concept here? Mainly it will take the support of serialization and deserialization. Already we know that. Fine. Next. Java application talks with database softwares, especially what? RDBMS database software. RDBMS database softwares like Oracle, MySQL kind of. Oracle, MySQL and etc. Oracle, MySQL and etc. Relational database management system. One option is JDBC. Another option is OR mapping. One option is JDBC. Another option is OR mapping. Everyone getting my point there or not there? Object relational mapping. OR mapping is nothing but object relational mapping. Everyone convinced with me or not there? Super boss. Next. Java application uses. There are object database softwares. We have object database softwares. We have object outdated one year. Long back they got outdated. So object database software. For that one it will uses. For that one it will uses. It's a MySQL boss. It's my mistake. It's MySQL only. It's a M only. Okay, now right. Object database softwares are there. Yes, they are special, boss. I will talk on that. Object database softwares. Object database software. Yeah, let me write one example. I think that name is not striking to my mind. Okay, examples of Object database softwares. ODB softwares here. Object database softwares. Object database softwares. Yes, we have a lot of names, boss. Lot of names are there. Let me give one, two names. Only for knowledge sake. Only for knowledge sake. Top 9 object database softwares. Right. I want names, boss. I want names. Yes, object database softwares. Yeah, top 9. Listen, object database plus plus object to store, gem store, yes, prest, ZODB, Wakanda. Yes, this one I was no. Object DB, Wodaba. Like this, we have some names are there or not there. Object, okay, fine. We will talk about what? Some names here. So let me write what is that? Array. Wakanda. Wakanda. Actually, this name I forgot. Wakanda. Next one. Anyone remembered any other name? Object to store. What is this? Object to store. Object to store. Odaba. Odaba and etc. Fine, boss. We have this one. And here we have to interact with this one. We should use JDBC plus SQLJ. There is a concept called SQLJ. There's a concept called what? SQLJ. Fine, boss. Now concentrate. Files as persistence store having so many limitations. That's why in medium scale and large scale projects, we never feel. We never feel. Are you understanding my point there? Array, Firebase, MongoDB, there's a different story. I will come them later. Please, 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 please. I will explain ODB, everything I will explain. Concentrate, everyone concentrate. There's a lot of discussion on this diagram. Please control your questions. What is need? Why to use? Wait, wait, wait. In order, we will learn everything. In order, when I type the word, don't ask me what is that, why it is that. There is an order of learning everything. Please. Before using your chat box, give 5 to 10 minutes time. If I am not presenting subject in the angle you are asking, then put the questions. Because once I type the word, don't excite to write the questions. I'm requesting everyone. New students, please follow some rules. I typed ODB, sir, what is ODB? I typed something. No, there is an order of learning. If I write on the screen means I will definitely explain. When you get a doubt, give 10 minutes time to yourself before asking. I introduced 1 minute before, second minute onwards, you started asking, what is that? Where is that? I will explain. There is an order. Right now, I'm going to flat files. First, I will explain that. Then I will come to this. Why? Then I will talk about JDBC limitations. Then we will come to ODB software. There are also some limitation. That's why we are having OR mapping. Okay. That's why we are having OR mapping. Our Hibernate style of persistence logic development is nothing but OR mapping. Object relational mapping. I will explain everything. There is an order of learning. Got it or not there? Super, boss. So here we are having a microservice is a methodology of programming. What is this? A methodology of programming that needs Spring Boot support. That needs Spring Boot support to do that programming. So please don't bring microservice here. It's a Spring microservice is extension of Spring Boot, is another approach of application development. Okay, please come back. Everyone, please come back. Flat files are good, but they are not great. They are useful only in small scale applications. Are per day 2 KB data, 3 KB data, 10 KB data, fine. You may go for flat files. Otherwise, I never encourage to work with flat files. Why, sir? Flat files are having multiple limitation, no security, no constraints. Can I have primary key constraint? These constraints here? No. No SQL support. No SQL support. Are you with me? Performing update and delete operation is very complex. Performing update and delete operation. No SQL now. How you perform update and delete? Possible, but very complex is there. That's why observe in core Java, you have written how to is .java file is flat file. Yes, it is just a text content you can say, but technically speaking, it is specific to Java. But since it is having text only, we can say flat file, no problem. But dot class is not flat file. Dot Java text file, text content. Before compilation, Java program is a text content, right? You can say flat file. You can say flat file, but dot class is not flat file because dot class is specific to JVM, only JVM can execute it. Dot Java, no execution, it's another text content, you can call it as a flat file. Can you leave that topic? Can you come to this discussion, please? Yes, boss. Come back, come back, come back. Flat files, I'm talking about IO streams. Limitations of file. No security, no constraints. Next, no relationship, no foreign key kind of thing, no SQL support, right? Performing delete and update operation is very complex. Comparison is very complex. Come on. Comparison is very complex. That's why I use flat files only in small scale application, not in medium scale, not in large scale. But Java from the beginning known for medium scale and large scale application development. Java is not so popular for small scale application development. That's the reason flat file utilization in Java is very rare. Flat file utilization in Java is very rare. Maybe in Android application, people uses little bit of flat files. Android is based on Java. While developing Android based mobile application, people uses little bit of flat files as persistence stores. Why, sir? Simple reason. Array mobile devices are small devices. They have very less memory. Okay. So that's why they prefer storing data in files so that no separate memory is required to store the data. Suppose in mobiles also we started storing data in database software, MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL. That means in mobiles we have to install Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL. Installation of Oracle, PostgreSQL, MySQL in mobile will occupy a lot of memory. Will occupy a lot of memory. Are you understanding my point there? So that's the reason only in Android based mobile application. Okay, while developing small desktop games. What games here? Desktop games. People prefer files as the persistence store. Otherwise, in Java, out of 100 application, 97 to 98 application will not prefer using files as the persistence store, because Java is for big things. Java is for complex thing. So generally people develop Java based projects as complex and what large scale project. Their amount of data is very huge. That's why people never use files as what persistence stores in large scale application. People prefers using what database software or object database software. For a reason, object database softwares also outdated. Why they are outdated in a moment I will talk. So that's why overall RDBMS database software are quite useful while developing large scale application, medium scale application. Everyone got the clarity here or not there? Everyone understand my point there or not there? Yes. So now what should I do? Limitations with the files as persistence store. Files are not bad. As persistence store, they are bad. Limitations with the files are flat files. As, with the flat files as persistence stores. I am not saying files are bad. Let me be very clear on this point. Number one, no security. Anyone can go. See, boss, I am trying to rule out every option. Files are gone. Now I will rule out, next I will rule out object database software. Why they are bad. Then I will go for, okay. Then I will go for JDBC. Why JDBC is bad? Then I will highlight OR mapping. Like this, we are going to enter into, okay, like this, we are going to enter into Hibernate. Some people who are not able to control excitement, they are asking what is OR mapping, what is object database software. I will introduce everything. I'm just ruling out every possibility so that I can highlight OR mapping, I can highlight RDBMS. After that, again, I will give one more clarity in which situation, which kind of persistence store, which kind of persistence logic we have to use. I prepare a lot of background, crystal clear clarity you will get. We concentrate on coding, but first of all, we concentrate on designing also. When to use what, in which situation, which is good. A lot of analyzation we are going to do. The people who just joined today, they are excited. Please trust me, okay, or speak to my old student, speak to your seniors who gain knowledge from me and working in the company earning lakhs of rupees per annum. Talk to them, they will tell. If you excite, it's a waste. You have to respect flow that is happening in the classroom. That's why I'm not criticizing you. This generally happens when new terminology is there. You will be excited to know, but everything will be discussed in a order. Please respect that. No security, no constraints, no constraints, no SQL support, getting data, getting data with multiple conditions, very complex. Next, getting data with multiple conditions is very complex because no SQL na performing update and delete operations is very complex. Next, F. Okay, no relationships, no foreign key kind of thing. No relationships. Next, G. Okay, merging and comparison of data. Merging and comparison of data is very complex. Okay, boss. To solve these problems, use database softwares like RDBMS, ODB softwares. ODB softwares. Okay, fine. We generally use files as persistence stores only in memory critical applications. What here? Memory critical. That means 1 2 kilobytes also matters. Mobile application 1 2 kilobytes also matters. Desktop games, when I move that game from one my computer to another computer, no guarantee every time I can install database software, but still I want to do persistence. Files are the better. Memory critical applications, 1 2 kilobytes also matter. Such applications are called memory critical applications. Okay, time critical means 1 2 seconds also matter. Memory critical means 1 2 kilobytes also matters. Okay, application files as persistence stores only in memory critical applications like mobile applications, mobile games, desktop games, and etc. Everyone enjoyed my point? Come on, my dears. At least we ruled out files here. Files is restricted to one thing. Files are not suitable for medium scale and what? Large scale. Medium scale and large scale. So in medium scale and large scale, we should prefer database software. In front of us, two options are there. ODB is there, RDBMS is there. So we will discuss about what is ODB. We will try to think about what is object database software. There are also some problems with what? ODB software. To overcome these problems, we go for RDBMS. To talk to RDBMS, we are having JDBC and OR mapping. Again, we have problems with the JDBC to talk with RDBMS. Then we have what? OR mapping. Then we are having what? OR mapping. Like that, we are entering into Hibernate. So this is the plan. Lot of discussions are there with respect to this diagram. After that also, so many other versions are there. Then our real Hibernate starts. I think everyone liked the way I brought OR mapping into picture. Still not done. Still not done. Okay, I'm ruling out every possibility so that you will have a clear-cut clarity in why we are learning Hibernate, why we are learning OR mapping. Understood? I think you understood my plan. You understood my agenda. Right now? Okay. Today I cannot talk about ODB and RDBMS. Time is not there. Time is not there. Tomorrow when we meet, I will concentrate on these two things. Okay. What is that? RDBMS and okay, ODB software. Then you will get more cluster clear clarity. Okay. Since today is day one, I want to clear certain things. Number one, don't do recordings. Don't waste your time and memory of your computer. Everyday content I will share in the Facebook. We have a group, Natras Java Arena, as I have talked at the top. Okay, boss. From there, you can collect the content. From there, you can collect the content. Fine. Next one. Whenever you get any doubt, please give 5 to 10 minutes time before putting into the chat box. Use the chat box to reply, to interact with me. Okay. Okay. So, okay. When the subject is going on, try to put subject related questions. Don't put unrelated questions. What kind of unrelated questions? What kind of unrelated questions? Okay, sir, how many days you will conduct? Okay, whether spring is there or not there, which batch starts which time? Don't ask such questions. Put subject related questions only, topic related questions only. Understanding my point there? So with the file name you can check Hibernate intro 1, Hibernate intro 1. No constraint, no primary key, no foreign key. Please, Ra Babu. No constraint. While working with the files, you have a constraint, sir. No foreign key, no primary key, no unique key. Please. Such a simple point. Yeah. Now let's concentrate. That's the one thing. Flat files. The files that are not specific to any hardware, any software, any operating system are called flat files. Text files and XML files are called flat files. Text files, XML files are flat files. Dot class file, dot class files, okay, .exe files are not flat files. Okay, boss. See, boss, why people are calling 1 minute. Okay, listen. Let me clarify my side. At the end of the session, I will give 5 to 10 minutes time to clarify both technical and non-technical doubts. Listen, I'm explaining something. You asked one question. I ignored. I ignored means either it is not related to that topic or I don't want to answer at that time. That time, don't put that question again and again till the end. At the end, you remember that question and put at the end. If I'm ignoring some question, means don't pose that question for multiple times, because at that time I cannot answer, or right now that is not a correct situation to answer. That's why I'm ignoring question. That time, don't get ego, don't become egoistic, and don't put question again and again. Don't irritate me, and don't irritate other batchmates. Hold that question till the end. Ask question at the end. Fine. So in offline classes, you will have a fear to ask the question, what sir will think, what my colleague students will think. Since it's a virtual world, since no one is observing, I know people are taking advantage of asking question. I'm very happy, but try to show some discipline while asking question, so that questions, so that things will happen very smoothly. Yes. Yes, listen carefully. Listen carefully. These videos, initial classes videos, will not be made as private videos. They will be there forever. Okay, now, acha, someone is asking me, Mr. Satish is asking me, one by one, why Hibernate is also called as a tool. Array, it is simplifying persistence logic development. That's the reason it is simplifying persistence logic development. That's the reason they are also calling it as a tool. You have taken Java package, whether Hibernate is available or not. I am not the right person to answer that question. Please talk to Srikanth sir. Can we develop application using Hibernate? Complete application we cannot develop. Only persistence logic we can develop using Hibernate. That means you have to use other technology support also. There is no difference between online and offline class due to the way you use the paintbrush. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tool means process based. No, not compulsory. All tools are not process based. All tools are not process based. Listen, boss. 1 minute. One important question. Everyone spare for 2 minutes. Chinnababu is asking. My friend is learning .NET, and they are saying in .NET also everything of Java is there. Why are you learning? Why are you learning Java? Come and learn .NET. Yes, I too agree that .NET is also having everything that Java is having. But .NET is platform dependent. .NET is platform dependent. It will run only in Windows operating system. Windows operating system computer can have only 7 parallel microprocessors. But Java applications will run in all operating system. Linux operating system computer can have 64 number of parallel microprocessor to increase the computer speed. Now listen my point. I have a website that is running in Windows developed in .NET. All of a sudden, per day it started getting 10 crore requests. Then I need more speed of computer. So in .NET Windows operating system computer, since I cannot keep more than 7 microprocessor, okay, one day system will crash, this website will crash if 10 crore requests are started coming at a time. Because it is there in .NET, since .NET is platform dependent, that means Windows specific, there is no question of moving that website to Linux operating system. But if same problem is raised with Java, without having second thought, we can move our application, we can move our website to Linux operating system, so that it can take 10 crore request at a time, or what, 20 crore request at a time. This is one place where .NET is lagging behind. That's the reason .NET is just good for developing small scale website, or some worst cases medium scale website. .NET is not good for developing large scale complex application, because it is platform dependent. So .NET is little popular in website development. There also it is getting a lot of competition from Java. Nowadays it is also getting competition from what? JavaScript like Node.js, Express.js, Node.js and Express.js. That's the reason day to day .NET is losing its popularity. Using Java, you can develop all application, including website. .NET is just good for website, and that market also drying out every day because of what? Java competition, PHP competition, Node.js kind of competition. I hope, Chinnababu, you got your answer. Next online spring batch after 2 months, 6 o'clock. After 2 months, 6 o'clock. That's nice. What is the interview process of experienced people? It's a very lengthy answer. It's a very lengthy answer. Just stick to classroom guidelines. Definitely, I will talk. In every section, I will talk. Okay. In JDBC, simple prepared callable are there. But in Hibernate, everything is available as a class and object. You are confirming or telling. Fine. Wait for a few days. I will tell. I will tell. I am 2019 BTech CSC bench passed out student. Hibernate Spring is compulsory. Yeah. If you are trying to show 1 year, 2 years gap as experience, Spring and Hibernate is required. If you are trying as a fresher, only Spring is enough. Only Spring is enough. Okay, boss. When you will start next online Spring batch, as I am from Mumbai, I cannot attend offline classes. It takes 2 months. In 2 months, evening 6 o'clock batch will be started. Sir, the way Hibernate with the DB software, we are going to use Oracle, MySQL or both. I'm going to use 3 database software in the classroom, Mr. Subham Singh. Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL also we are going to use. Yeah, I'm planning to conduct one resume preparation and interview tip session. Don't worry. Web service batch still not planned. I will let you know. Yes, possibility is there to start in 4 p.m. but still not start. Mr. Biploy, fourth semester MCA took admission in spring 7 a.m. Hibernate is mandatory. As a fresher, optional, but if you learn, it is added advantage. 2 years experience, spring Hibernate sufficient. Okay, if you try, actually sufficient, but if web service is also there, it is added advantage. Next design pattern batch takes 1.5 month minimum. When can we judge project batch? Once you complete spring MVC in spring course, then plans project batch. I ask NIT, sir, launch the ID card sending link early as possible. Yes, I will ask linking. How to get materials? I will prepare PDFs and I will share with you people. Don't worry. Yes, if you learn spring morning and evening and Hibernate parallelly, within 3.5 months, you can complete your course. Material will come in the form of PDFs. I'll share in the group. I think same questions are coming again and again. My graduation, Shushanta Kumar, 2013, I prepared for government job. Then I have done MCA 17 to 20. Any experience certificate is required. My suggestion is, okay, with MCA you try as fresher, but if they are not allowing, do one thing, hide your MCA. Okay, 2017 to 2020, you have 7 years. In that 7 years, 4 years you show as irrelevant experience. That means some teaching experience. And the last 3 years you show as IT experience. So you will be considered as 3 years IT experienced guy. For that one, you have to learn core, advanced, Oracle, Spring, Hibernate, web services. Spring, Hibernate, web services. For project, microservice project necessary or Hibernate Spring is enough. Generally, Spring Boot, Spring Hibernate knowledge is sufficient. That means Spring and Hibernate is sufficient. 2019 passed out. Am I eligible for 2 years experience? No, because you have 1 year gap. How can you show 2 years? Yeah, boss. When you will take XML web service batch, discussions are going on. Once it is clear, I will let you know. To get NIT certificate of Java package completion, any fees required? I don't think fees is required. If you submit, once you submit your ID card saying that I completed course, they will give the certificate. When next advanced Java batch will start, that's what I'm saying. In July first week, 4 p.m. we are planning. How much Hibernate weighted in the interview for experienced people? Okay, on the scale of 1 to 10. 1 to 10, on the scale of 1 to 10. Okay, first 3 points for core Java, next 2 points for advanced Java, especially Servlet JSP, next 4 points for Spring, and 1 2 points for Hibernate. 1 2 points for Hibernate. Yes, after completion of MTech, Mr. Samareen, you can try as a fresher. After completion of MTech, you can try as a fresher. Certificate and any ID card expired issue. For getting certificate, ID card expired issue will not be there. Fine. Next XML batch, we are working out. We are working out. Amazon in Hyderabad hiring Java developers or not? Definitely they will hire, but they expect a lot of depth data structure knowledge also. Right. If your ID card is expand validity in next month, how can I join XML web services? I think Srikanth sir can answer your question, Mr. Vishnu. Which month it will be ended? This month spring batch. If you learn everything in single slot, okay, 120 sessions. Don't count days, count sessions. Accordingly, you get the month. Okay, and it needs 75 to 80 sessions. Right. Listen carefully. As a fresher, little bit of logical programming is required. It is just added advantage. Don't think that you will get job only based on logical programming. Only logical programming. Yes, if you are targeting Amazon, Google, Oracle, okay, they give bit extra importance to logical programming. In remaining companies, so that is just part of your learning process. Give more concentration on regular classes and technologies. In Hyderabad, which teacher is best in data structures? I'll find out and let you know. I'll find out and let you know. Fine, boss. Fine. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow. We'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow also 9:10. Yes, online. Lot of online recruitment is happening. Lot of online recruitment is happening. Lot of online recruitment is happening. Okay, don't ignore. So lockdown is not affecting software industry. Keep a watch on our group. Lot of job openings also happening, and lot of success stories also I'm sharing. Thank you. Have a nice time.